Hello, hello, and welcome to the Friday Night Craft and Chill. Starting a little late tonight, but it's okay. After dinner, fell asleep, and so I got a late start to setting up the stream. Man, I don't feel like talking over the music. There we go. We'll lower that a little bit. So, what's going on, Fat Red? Eduardo, how you doing, Eduardo? Speechless about the finished diorama video. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. Yeah, that's been a cool project. I was stressing a little bit because I was trying to get it finished in a certain amount of time, and I didn't. But I'm still glad I did it. It came out good. I got lots of new little pieces and ideas that came from that. So, come on, dude, get out of the camera shot. So that's pretty cool, and I love the way it came out. Thank you very much, Eduardo. Tell Eduardo I said hello. He hasn't seen me chat for 6 months. Well, Eduardo, Fat Red says hello. Fat Red, I don't know if you're going to want to start another YouTube or if you can or you can't, but if you're having that problem, my guess is it's going to be very difficult to get views. I don't know, but I would imagine that the algorithm is not going to push the live stream either. It might. I don't know. No problem. Unknown RC, what's up, y'all? What's up, Unknown? Man, I almost feel like I should bring that diorama out. Maybe I will in a little bit. I'm a discombobulated mess. Now, my guess is we probably won't have Ed tonight because Ed is at Joe Fest. A lot of people are at Joe Fest. Valhalla Victory. Time for some crafting and chilling. Absolutely. That is correct. Valhalla Victory, are you, is that your original name or did you change your name? Okay, Skywalker. I was wondering, man. I was like, that makes sense. In a galaxy far, far away? Yeah. So, as Eduardo mentioned, earlier today I released a YouTube video. I haven't put out a YouTube video in, I think it's been 2 years, at least a year and a half. I put out plenty of short form content since then, but no long form. And it's not, super long, it's 9 minutes. But, yeah, that was... I gotta get better at editing those. I put a little bit more effort in this one than I used to. I tried to make the pacing a little bit quicker. And think about it a little bit more. But it is a lot more work editing a longer video than it is like a 30-second short. Even a 30-second short takes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to edit. Way longer to shoot, because I'm usually editing about 15 minutes of random snippets. Well, maybe 8 to 15 minutes of random snippets down into a 30 to 60-second short. It's pretty normal. But that might represent several hours of actual crafting. But with a long form, a 9-minute video, I think I had 3 or 4 hours of footage to get down to 9 minutes, and 3 or 4 hours is not even... I don't know, I probably spent 30 plus hours on that project because there was a lot of 3D modeling and other stuff involved, messing with the laser, some trial and error. Nice video. Thank you, NRC. Thank you. I was talking to Ed earlier, Action Figs. It's like, yeah, I mean, even if I just did one every 2 months, that would be way better than what I've been doing. Yeah, guys, I am pretty sleepy tonight, to be quite honest. It's been a long week, but a good week. Anyone working on anything or anything new going on as far as crafting or customs or anything like that? Like I said, I'm pretty sure quite a few people are at the Joe Fest. I know Ed was already hooked up with Larry, a punk with toys. Eating ice cream. Well, doesn't sound too bad. I had to slow up on the ice cream eating. I was eating a little bit too much. Working on my semi-truck interior. Very cool. Is it all plastic, or do you use other materials for that? Star Wars is life. I finished watching all of Stargate SG-1 again, so went through all of that. I'm actually watching Defiance right now, which I never saw. I think it only had 3 seasons. That's a little bit more like, I don't know. How do I put it? Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer style sci-fi. But, yeah, it's alright. Someone at work told me I should watch Westworld, which I've never watched Westworld. I don't know if I'll like that or not, or I don't even know what that's about. Anybody watch that? All 3D printed. Okay, I see. Unknown RC, do you use FDM or resin? Only watched the first season of Westworld. Are you saying you only watched it, or you're instructing me that I should only watch it because the rest of it sucks? FDM, okay. I prefer FDM. I don't like resin. Stop after the first season, you will appreciate it more. Okay. Huh. It's interesting. Well, there are a fair number of shows that are like that. I wish they would have done a few more seasons of The Expanse. Yeah, me too. I really liked The Expanse. It could have gone longer. I never read the books, which I know you have, and I understood that they cut it short a little bit, but happens a lot. Oh man, I need that tea. All What am I gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna work on today. I was so busy earlier today trying to get that video wrapped up. I didn't really... I haven't been thinking about anything but doing that. I have this building project, and we can paint on that as soon as that black coat dries. I'm trying to think if I have something that's like half finished that I can pull out. I got a lot of that stuff done before. Getting ready for the Joe show. I don't have these up for sale yet, but they will be. I'm going to laser those. That's going to be the do not press this button buttons. Who said that? Waterworld. I liked Waterworld. You know, before the internet was a thing, people used to just go watch movies and form their own opinions on them for the most part. I mean, there were movie critics and stuff, but I didn't care what any of the movie critics said about science fiction-y movies. I thought Waterworld was great. And then maybe 15 years later on the internet, someone's like, it was a horrible movie, you know, it failed. And I'm like, man, that was a great movie. All those Kevin Costner, I don't know, fantasy sci-fi movies I liked. I liked Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I liked Waterworld. I liked The Postman. The Postman was great. Anyone that does FDM printing, this has changed my life. My entire FDM printing experience has been changed by using a microfiber cloth to wipe down my bed in between. I almost never have bed adhesion issues anymore. I mean, granted, the bamboos are fantastic for self-calibrating, self-leveling, but you know, you would sometimes still get some issues. This solved this, and a new nozzle solves almost everything. Postman is amazing. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. You got Tom Petty in it. You got funny names like Postmaster Ford Lincoln Mercury. The dude trying to take over the world is Larry. He's an ex-copier salesman. Well, Larry's not a salesman. He's a repair guy, but they work together. Yes, yes, all of those, right? That's what I'm saying. Anycubic Cobra 3, and I love it. Microfiber is great, and it also depends on the filament. Okay. I don't have any Anycubic printers. I have an Anycubic resin printer, but I hate resin, so that's not a fair comparison. I did just get an Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2 that Elegoo sent to me, which is awesome. And that thing looks really good. I haven't got it set up yet, though. Now that I'm done with this video, I'll probably be getting that set up here in the next few days, hopefully. switched to resin, and I love it. Hey, look, if you like resin, go for it. It's really good for details, and it's good for speed printing lots of smaller objects. I just don't like the post-processing, and I really don't like the smell. Something about that smell just is very unpleasant to me. A lot of people that I've seen, it doesn't even bother them, but for me, And I'm usually not picky about stuff like that, so I don't know what it is about that, but it's just a no. Yeah. Yeah, in the garage. And I do have I have mine out in a closet that's outside, so it's similar to that. I did it in the house first a few times, and I just don't like dealing with the gloves and the paper towels and all the mess. And it's like one of those things, if you're the type of person that plans things, I think resin probably works better for you, right? Because you get this plan, you lay it all out, you print it off, and then you get everything together and you get your gloves and you do your support removal and rinse it, and then you bake it, and then you have this whole thing. I'm just like willy-nilly, oh, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that, and I do one piece and I do another piece, and I design something and I do another piece. I just can't stand dealing with all the mess and accoutrements that go along with resin printing. Yeah, that's the thing with resin printing. I understand how it works. With filament, it's the nozzle that you're doing one object at a time, although they move really fast now in comparison to before. With resin, it's a layer at a time, so if you do 100 miniatures, it's the same speed as one miniature. But not really practical for bigger pieces. I know some people do, like Kenzo. Kenzo's Creations is nuts. He's doing 30-pound resin dioramas. It's just crazy stuff, but for the most part, people do smaller things with resin. Valhalla, what was your old FDM printer? Was it a Ender? A lot of those older 3D printers, right? I mean, they were great for their time. It was amazing what they could do, but if you weren't like a master at the settings, which I was not, I could never get anything but small objects to print well in the middle repeatedly. Could never get a whole, you know, print bed print. Something like this size was impossible for me to get that much flat surface area functioning. It was impossible. It would never work. I would just waste filament. So the Bamboo Lab printers, and then a lot of other printers have adopted similar technologies to what the Bamboo Lab used, and they now use those technologies as well. But it's a totally different ballgame now. I need a dude. Flash Forge Creator Pro dual extruders. Those were pretty fancy, I think. But yeah, all the self-calibration, self-leveling stuff, super good. I mean, if you ever want to try it again, you could just get like a little Bamboo A1 Mini. They're only like maybe $200 if you get the one without the multicolor, and it runs like a champ. The full A1 is full sized, and I mean, it's going to be under $300 without the. Once you start getting the multicolor stuff, it's a bit more, but not much. I'm never going to get these perfectly straight, so I think that's close enough. I think that's close enough. Learning experience? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so same thing. I mean, my experiences with my ender and dealing with all that made dealing with these newer printers that much easier. And with modeling, I'm not great at modeling at all, but you know, as long as you keep modeling, you just make slow and steady progress. You don't have to worry about... I mean, I did do some tutorials and try to learn how to use Fusion. I went through, like, I did a Udemy, and that was useful. But as long as you just keep doing another project, you know, I don't know how long I've been playing with that stuff now. I think the 3D modeling probably for maybe 4 years on and off. I guess, yeah, 4 or 5 years. But really only a lot the last 2 years. The catwalk playset, whenever I made that, was really like when I started actually trying to 3D model whole things and not just a little part here or there. Eduardo. Eduardo likes it when I start making stuff that makes absolutely no sense. Take care, Unknown RC. Thanks for hanging out, man. You know what? I'm going to go and work on the other thing for a little bit. And then we'll probably come back to this. We'll see how time is going. That is a random thingamahoosit what there. That's what that is. That is random as heck. It'll probably look cool when it's painted, though. Don't ask me exactly what it is. It's a toxic fume air handler with electrical decontamination chambers. That's what we're gonna go with. It's cool. Yeah, it'll work. Yeah, it'll work. Before I do the red, let me do a second coat of black on this other piece. James Watson. What's up, James Watson? So you're designing whatever you're calling it, it's still neat. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, those little random builds, sometimes I'll look at them and be like, what on earth am I doing? And then I get to the end of it, I'm like, man, that is pretty cool. So I've gotten a lot better at, you know, just trusting the process and just seeing it through to the end. I mean, when you look at set building for science fiction or, you know, stuff like that, there's always just, doesn't have to make sense. Inexplicable objects. Yeah, vats of toxic waste. Yeah, that's why I said, what was it? Toxic fume with electrostatic gas something. That's what I was thinking, like to decontaminate something hazardous. Clone body parts in glass with bubbling glue. Okay. It could be any of those things. Not much. Showed the wife your video today, and now she sees why I keep buying tools to make things. Oh, thank you. She likes my build. Very cool. Yeah, that came out really cool. All those custom designed 3D printed parts. That was a little bit more than I normally do as far as that many custom pieces. I only showed, you know, like the door and the windows, but most of those panels, the conduits were a bit of a pain because I didn't have any just wire laying around, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to 3D design some conduits. But I already had the back wall put together, so I had to get my calipers and measure, you know, how far apart the wall was and how long I wanted it, and then made the conduit specifically to fit between each panel. And since they're all not the same distance, I had to make different ones for each distance. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. A fart air purifier, got it. Yeah, it could be. We'll go with that. I was thinking like industrial manufacturing, but I don't know, maybe they're industrial manufacturing mutant cows in the future, and the farts are just too much for the normal air handler to handle, so could be. Different sizes and colors from the train club. Very cool. Yeah, that'll work. You know, you just got to work with what you got. Whatever you got. I have definitely moved, and you saw the, you know, I just pulled some little trash bits out to make that other thing, but I've largely moved away from that to using the 3D printer to just design whatever I need. Not because it's better, because having the scraps, you can do things way quicker, and it gives you ideas, and it's definitely a good method, and I would do more of that if I had more space to store all that. You know, you can easily fill up a giant room with scraps, and then you have to organize it. And the other thing is, it's not very replicatable, so if I want to sell stuff, it would behoove me to design it so I can reprint it and sell it later. And so at least this forces me to do that, and it's good practice for the 3D modeling. So I tend to not keep as much on hand in the way of bits as I used to keep quite a bit more a long time ago. If I ever get a bigger place, though, there will be more bits. Yeah, Eduardo doesn't want anything 3D printed. Although the windows on this one are 3D printed, Eduardo. Old school from days of dumpster diving. Yep, now I have over 25 totes to pick out supplies I need. Yeah, 3D printing has changed a lot. And I would say that it's really been only the past 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, that it's very accessible to everyone. Because before that, it was extremely fiddly. And if you go back maybe about 6 or 7 years, it was quite expensive. But, you know, it depends on your goal. If it's a hobby, which it is for most people that do it, then that's totally, you know, the kit bash, trash bash, that's the way to go for lots of things, I'd say. If it's like me, where it's a hobby slash, I guess side business would be the right way to put it, then it needs to be at least somewhat replicatable. I suppose there's different models. You know, you could be someone that does just like big display pieces. Instead of, you know, parts for everyday people. Hey, Troy. What's going on, Troy? What's going on, Matthew? How you doing, man? Started a little bit late today. Started a little late. I'm surprised you guys are popping in this late. Well, I'm surprised Matthew would pop in this late, actually. Troy's all over the place. started a little late because I got that video out earlier today. The sci-fi one. You know what? I might even show that piece right now. I haven't done that yet, so maybe I'll do that. It's the one that has these doors right here. 3D printed with the laser engraving on them. Alright, let me see if I can grab that without... Can I do it without destroying it? I don't know. Maybe over here. Alright, let's see what that looks like on the hot wire. Everyone else is at Joe Fest. Yeah, that's true, Matthew. That makes sense. Troy just got back from the Masters of the Universe movie for the second time. Very cool. Up till 2 on weekends. Alright, Matthew, that makes sense. So yeah, some of you have already watched the video I put out earlier today, but all of the laser engraving and a lot of these were custom parts that I designed for this. You'll recognize some of the parts from the bits pack I sell on Etsy, but there's some new ones here too, like the don't press the button. I'll be putting those up for sale soon. I don't have them up yet. This door, however, is up for sale on Etsy already. 3D printed door with the laser etching. The laser etching just, man, it's just so cool. It makes a big difference. But yeah, all the different bits and able to do all these little access panels, you know, just leaving blank space and filling it in with a laser is really kind of cool. And see that. Probably making you guys dizzy, but yeah, the laser sign. Level 31 control station number 2. And then on the top of the thing, it's, you know, O2, so trying to tie it all together. And then that's level 31 on top of the door frame over here on the side. Pretty neat. Really like this thing. Very cool with like some LED string lights behind it. Thank you, thank you. Hard to hear, muffled. Yeah, well, the microphone was a fair ways away. Looks amazing. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. Yeah, a lot of the bits that are on there, the new ones, they will be up for sale eventually if anyone wants them on the Etsy. Right now, I do have the door, but you know, the main focus of that was to just get the long form video out and to have use foam crafting along with 3D modeling, 3D printing, and then the laser etching on top. So the company sent me the laser X tools and they've been great. The laser's been great. This wasn't one of the videos I agreed to do for them. I agreed to do some short form content, but when I started doing this project, I was just like, it's been a long time since I've done a long form. This is big enough. I should do a long form video with this. So That's what I did. And at the end of it, I was kind of thinking, well, why don't I sell some of these bits that I just spent the last 2 weeks designing anyway? So such a great set. Thank you, Matthew. Built by Mark. Thank you, Built by Mark, Texas. I'm not sure I know who you are, Mark, but thank you. All right. Mudhorn Station, what's going on, Ian? A show must have just let out or something. There's like... the number of people in here just doubled. Oh, you know. Okay. Alright, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, man. I wasn't sure. I want to leave this door in the shot, but I don't want paint to get on it because this door is actually Ed's. I just haven't shipped it yet because he's a Joe Fist. Alright, I need some gray. Where is some gray? What do we got? We got everyone's coming in now. This diorama needs to be studied at Harvard. That's a bit much, Ed. But thank you. Michael Dumas. What's up, Michael? I'm going to need some more paint. And I've just been running through paint lately. Yeah, if anybody hasn't watched it yet, don't go now. But later or tomorrow, whenever, go ahead and watch that video I put up on YouTube with that, with this diorama right here. Drop a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Ask a question. Tell me I suck. Whatever. It's fine. All of that's fine. We got Troy. Just finished up my 1/12 Castle Grayscale kit bash. Troy, you've been looking like a little kid in those photos, man. Every time it's popped up and I've seen that, you've been smiling, you've been cheesing while you're playing with that Castle Grayskull. Looks like you're having a lot of fun. Dio looks incredible. Thank you, Michael. Working on the Snake Mountain. Sweet. That's kind of the point. It is indeed, man. It is indeed. It's okay every now and then to suffer a little bit and grit your teeth through something that may be very tedious, but the general point of this is to have fun. Let me see, what do I got here? Move that door, I was getting nervous. Yeah. I guess I could always print another one for Ed. It needed to move, though. So, cause Ed is a channel mod, and he's helped me out with a lot of stuff, he wanted different text on one of them. He got the normal one, which is the 3D fabrication lab. But because Ed is a big cryptid guy, he also got the cryptid research lab. And he wanted a different number on the door so they could be near each other. But if you're a channel member and you want to buy one and you want something specific on there, as long as it's not anything inflammatory, just normal stuff like science lab, non-trademark stuff, engineering bay, control room, whatever like that, totally fine. Mark, what are you doing up, man? You must be working on something or trying to go to bed. Yeah, Troy, I've been having a blast with those doors. I want to do a whole series of them eventually just because it's worked so well. Something like drone bay or whatever, that's totally fine. Just got home from date night. Sushi and Supergirl. All right. Doesn't sound too bad. Did you like it? Supergirl, that is. Working on a 118 Motu Origins Land Shark, which I got off less than 5 pounds. Is that pounds or euros? I think that's pounds. I don't know. Science Fiction Gateway should be in Brazil. Haven't heard anything good about Supergirl, says Matthew. Okay, Mark. I wasn't sure where Mark was going to fall on that. Did your wife even like it, or about the same? Man, I need one more hand here. Ian's heard a number of good reports about Supergirl. Okay, well. People are allowed to like and dislike different things. Yeah, I was saying this earlier, like especially with superhero movies have kind of gone off their own thing. I'm not really talking about them, but specifically for me, science fiction movies, like the ones that everyone said were terrible, those are the ones I usually tend to like more. Some really bad science fiction shows are actually quite fun to watch. Like, what was that one? I think it was probably a Canadian one. Star Hunter Redo. I think it's Canadian. It's either Canadian or British. Total, it's like low budget, but great. Could have been a blank screen, right on. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, right on, Ian. You know, I've tried to stay out of most of that if possible, as far as like everyone else's opinion. I try not to even, when it comes to movies and stuff like that, if I want to watch something, I watch something and I try and see how I like it. I don't really like to hear other people's opinions on stuff if I'm planning on watching it, but I don't really watch anything new and that's current pop culture. I just don't really care. I do watch things like, I guess the Expanse is older now, but I love that show. That show is awesome. But I would never go look for people's opinions before watching something. If it just looks cool and I want to watch it, I go and watch it, and that's about it. It was better than any Marvel movie I've seen lately. Okay, Mark. Today's live stream inspired me more in a defense I'm making about parental alienation. Parental alienation. Is that like child custody? Or, I'm guessing that would be child custody of some sort. Yeah, Matthew, the end of The Expanse was not great. They wrapped it up short. But just that it made it to TV, and it was really, really good for quite a bit of it. And once again, it's stuff like books. I didn't read the books, so I'm not biased that way. Because it's almost impossible. If you try and compare things to books, it almost never goes well for the TV show. I mean, the only exception for that for me has been like Lord of the Rings, and he still left tons of stuff out, but he did such a great job with trying to get the gist of it in there. When the parent alienates the child against the other parent. Do you mean like they're not allowed to get like a protective order, that kind of thing, Eduardo? Where one parent is legally restricted from being within X number of feet of the child? Or are you saying that they're forcibly taking custody from the other person? Oh, yes, random. Okay, got you. Sometimes they call restraining order, and then there's protective order. I think with kids it would be a protective order. There's some difference. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. Oh, well, that sounds good. Okay. Should we work on the second coat of red? Should we give it a rest? L.A. Confidential is a stunning film of a great book despite its many differences. The book, I would say, is in its original... The book, I would say, in its original form, I think you're trying to say, was unfilmable. Form. Oh, yeah, you did say form. Sweet. I've never seen L.A. Confidential. That's like something I've heard that movie since forever, and I've never seen the dang thing. And I've never read the book. But maybe I will. At least see the movie. New Jersey Eddie. See, who's New Jersey Eddie? You changed your name from... I'm so confused. I'm glad you guys are channel members. I just can't remember who anyone is anymore. Been on punking those guys. I like dioramas. Awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you for being a channel member, New Jersey Eddie. LA Confidential, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, and Kevin Spacey. I'm sure. I mean, I remember commercials and stuff, but I've never seen the whole movie. Alright guys, before we wrap it up, I'm going to show this one more time. Right now, on Etsy, we have these space doors are available, and they are from this diorama project that I just finished. So this one right here is in the new video that I just put up on YouTube. So there is a long form video showing me making this. And there's the door right there on the wall. You can see it. And a lot of these other bits, some of them are already for sale, but some of the new ones I haven't put up yet, but I will be putting it up for sale. Appreciate you guys if you stop by, drop a comment or like on that video. Or any questions or anything like that. And I think I'm going to wrap it up now. It is 12:59, so almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Troy with the 25 months. Time flies. Yes, it does, Troy. Thank you very much for being a channel member for 25 months. That's crazy. All I have is a fat red scream. We'll do that. Video was great too, said Mark. Thank you, man. Gonna go measure that opening I need a door for. Yeah, hit me up with the dimensions, Matthew, and we'll talk on that. So thanks everyone for coming by, hanging out and chatting, especially to the channel members like Troy for 25 months. And thank you to everyone that has bought anything off Etsy and supports, but also just everyone that just comes and hangs out, watches the video. Thank you very much. Hope everyone has a fantastic week and weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Why did that end not work? There we go.